sports. It's in the game.
Hello everyone, Addison here. Today I'm showcasing some F1 2022 gameplay with the thanks of a sponsorship from EA. Thanks to EA for sending me a code and giving me the opportunity to show you this early access gameplay. In this video I'm going to show you a few laps around Bahrain International Circuit, but for the first time I'll be playing with a racing wheel and in VR. A couple of things to note: parts of the game were playable to me, but they don't represent the finished state of the game. Things like some car models, difficulty balancing, lighting, general performance, all of that stuff's not final, so it's important to bear that in mind. The footage not in VR was captured at 1080p or 1440p with a minimum of 60 frames per second on high or very high settings. So let's get into the gameplay. So when it comes to core gameplay changes, the new era is here, and it comes with reworked handling and new tyre models, as well as updated physics to accommodate the new aero rules. VR is available for the first time in F1 2022, finally here, after I've been asking for it on Twitter for years. The notes I got here tell me that the following headsets are supported: the Valve Index, Oculus Quest 2 with a link cable, Oculus Rift S, HTC Vive, HTC Vive Cosmos. Myself, I played on a HP Reverb G2 that was loaned to me by my friend Adam, so I could capture some super high fidelity footage, or at least see some super high fidelity through the lenses. It's got like the best resolution screen. So massive thank you to Adam for lending me that. Adam also lent me the racing wheel for a little bit to try out. He lent me a Thrustmaster G920. So if you've got either of those, I guess, obviously double check, reviews and things like that when the game does come out, just to make sure nothing's changed that stop those things working, those peripherals. But for me, they worked perfectly fine. The one thing I would say about VR is I was limited to the cockpit view. And that was a bit unfortunate because it's not the view that I normally race in. And I would like to see in the final build, or maybe in a patch later down the line, if we could have a VR sort of experience that you get in some racing games where you can have other camera angles, where it's kind of like fixed in place and then you kind of look around and it's like fixed in place sort of like back behind the car or in the TV cam. But, other than that, absolutely no gripes whatsoever, and just every single expectation that you would have from seeing a game like this in VR for the first time met and blown out the water. Just sitting there in the cockpits and looking around for minutes and minutes like I did with Star Wars Squadron's cockpits. Just brilliant. Playing in it, having your head being able to look for the apex and all of that sort of fun stuff. For me, it's definitely worth trying to see if you can get a VR headset to play this game with. So whilst I'm not going to compare the pad or the wheel or the VR in terms of performance or which is better, I'm just going to show you 3 laps around just so you can see how I did and how I enjoyed each of those individual different experiences, and just to showcase the different experiences that you can have with this game with those different peripherals. Here we've got the version I did with just the wheel with no VR. So we'll have a little look at that. And here's the version that I did with just the pad. Now the pad is the way that I've played previously. Another thing I want to mention is the immersive experiences that are here now. So pit stops, formation laps, safety cars. VR adds to that a little bit, and the sort of dives and just the way the AI acts, the dives down the inside and the boldness now, and the mistakes that they make. And to me, the experience is just, yeah, it's a lot more immersive. You feel a lot more in control of the overall experience of the car, and you can still have. So they've got these broadcast options now, broadcast style options for pit stops, formation laps, safety car periods, and they'll sort of take the control away from you, take a bit of pressure off. Allows you to have a little bit of a breather and think about your strategy maybe or something like that. But for me, having the option to be in control and to, like, for example, be having my tires prepped how I want, or having the ability to shave a few hundredths or a few seconds off of my pit stop by having the immersive experience there, that just really tickles my fancy. I love that sort of stuff. So thank you very much, Codemasters, for they've been listening, all the way throughout, like, oh, add these sorts of safety car rules, add in these experiences, and making it a lot more close to how F1 is in real life. So that's brilliant that they've added these immersive experiences in. So again, massive thank you to both EA for the the sponsorship, the early access, for the free code for this game. This is the Game Fest build, I think, as on Steam. That's what the little sort of, it's called F1 2022 Game Fest. So if you know of any other content creators or whatever, they're mentioning what builds they're playing on. I've been playing on the Game Fest build. Thank you very much to EA for allowing me to play and putting out this video. And again, thank you very much to my friend Adam for the peripherals and loaning me those for the filming of the video. If you guys are interested in any more F1 content, I'd really love to make some more for you guys on this channel. I know I've only kind of done short form content, like crazy overtakes that the AI has done in the past or whatever. I just upload it as a short clip. But if you want some more long form content, let me know. I've recorded like full races that I could possibly stream, or that I could do once the game launches. If people are actually interested in that sort of stuff, let me know in the comments below and I'll make some more of it. Thank you very much for your time watching the video, sharing it with your friends who you think might find it interesting, and leaving your thoughts in the comments down below. Have a good rest of your day, and I'll see you in the next one.
That last lap was a 1:30.